All right, so again, we're walking through some alternate uses for the paper pumpkin box. But before I do that, I will show you one of the little note cards that I did make. Kind of a little bit more, or I guess exactly as was described in the kit. So that is one. As a reminder, there were all of the paper pieces, your little pumpkins, both the orange and the white, the pumpkin leaves, little tags for the banners or the sentiments, your green or Lost Lagoon card base, the floral or leaf sprigs, your gold sprigs, both the smaller and the large, and then the boxes for the treat boxes. I haven't made any treat boxes and I didn't design anything with that for today's. I simply stayed with a little bit more of the traditional cards. So, first card that I'm going to show you, I'll lean over to grab that, is going to be using a paper pumpkin card base. So with that, I am going to use paper pumpkin, blackberry bliss, a piece of retired DSP, and then a number of our paper pieces, pumpkins and leaves. And then I did stamp with the sentiment from the stamp set, which I don't know if is still there, the grateful for you. It's probably not the greatest one chosen. That's a little bit easier to see. So the grateful for you. I don't even know if that's the clearest, but from that is already stamped. And I did stamp that in the embellish that with the adhesive backed milky dots. So we'll use these pieces. So first what I'm going to do is just enhance some of these lines with a little bit more of the burgundy to come up. I think this is actually Rich Razzleberry, not the Blackberry Bliss. And I am freehanding it. You certainly could, and maybe I should be using a ruler, but I'm just freehanding, following some of these lines to give a little bit more depth. Yep, definitely should not freehand. There. Just giving a little bit more depth to some of that checkered pattern. Now we'll take, and I'm going to use a little bit of liquid glue. I don't need that. Now, onto the card. So that's a traditional 5.5 by 4.25 card base. And then this is your 4 inches by 5.25. Now what I've done with this is I have measured it. I don't know if you're able to see this. I want to, maybe not. I need to zoom in a little bit. So this is just 1.25 inches. Well, I guess even before that. It started as being a 2-inch by, let's make sure, 4.5. Yeah, 2-inch by 4.5 inch piece of paper And then I cut it down diagonally to the 2-inch mark. Is that where I cut it? Show you here. Yeah. So from the 2-inch, 3/4 down, 2 inches down, and then down to the base, so that it would just give you that little checkered look. So I will next, and I'm just going to use some of the glue dots with our Take a Pick tool. Could use glue, or even better, my tape runner, but did not get that out. So then from here, I am going to layer my pumpkin. So I wanted the big pumpkin at the base, showing. And then our white pumpkin kind of tucked in. And then I took this piece and I just chopped it. Can't remember exactly. Cut that down so that it would be 2 separate pieces, because what I wanted to do was have this layered around the pumpkin. That pumpkin tuck a little bit under, but still have, this may come this way. That definitely tucked in there. That was going to tuck there. So that this, unless I did it this way, just still too big. Okay, so starting a little bit further down maybe then. Apparently you're not seeing what I'm doing anyways. So there's our first card, pumpkin kind of cornucopia. And I will layer that with dimensionals and also glue dots, depending on how I want that layered. So I will start with that. Ooh, I just threw a dot into my coffee. That wasn't the plan. Garbage, not coffee. This one will definitely come up with some dimensionals. What I'm going to do here is put this one up. I want this one to be a little bit lower at this end and then a little bit higher at this end. So alternating one dimensional and one Stampin' Stop. Got me in like that. Had I glued? Yes, I did. Okay, good. This will be tucked in, but I want it to pop at the same time. And then I should have opened these before, but I did not. So let's do that now. And they are sliding off. So let me find a spot for this one. And come out a little bit more gently. So I'm using these there we go. Out a little bit, but there is that one card. Now we'll move on. Put this away. Least out of the way. So card 1 and card 2. I'm going to do card number 1 with the Calypso Coral. And card base is done. Now I have this library DSP. Really pretty on this side as well, but it doesn't go quite as well with the Calypso Coral. So what we're going to do here is just cut this down, and I think I want it the full length, and probably about 2.5 inches. That's what I'm thinking right now. And then, yeah, I'm going to go down to the bottom there. To be our library. Then I'll use our paper pumpkin here. So, where's my sentiment? Did I not do a sentiment? I wanted a little bit of a more masculine card for this one. So I am actually going to grab our tear and tape here. Because I got it close. Came with the kit. May as well use it. I know this is designed for the tree boxes, but this works too. Nice and secure. This down. And that card base. That's the way it is, so I'm going to just have to trim that top off. Go with have our dimensional or leaves pop. It's a slightly different look. I can put the white one on as well, but I think what I wanted to do here is give it a more masculine typo. Alright, so I am back, and what I am going to, or what I did is used a little bit of our Tombow glue to just seal off the edge of this ribbon a little bit, and I am going to use our Wildlife Wonder for all the great things you do, as I did want this to be a little bit more of a masculine card. We're gonna go with Early Espresso, and just on a piece of basic white, stamp down that sentiment. Now, once that's done, I'll clean that off camera, but I want to cut it down. I have a new sponge dauber, and I'll sponge around the edge with our Lost Lagoon. And while I'm doing that, I will just kind of mention that ribbon, as well as the DSP, is from our beautiful autumn. It's page 43 of the annual catalog. So that's part of the copper and natural ribbon combo pack, and part of our All About Autumn 6x6 DSP. So as I quickly, that was not a good, need to wash my hands again. All right, Lost Lagoon. Sponge job. Okay, I'm going to do it this way so it looks like it's supposed to be. Now what I'll do is just chop this down a little bit more. I want it that way. Glue that down, and then this. Dimensionals. All right. Of that card. All right. So 3 cards down. There's 2 left. So give me a minute and I will be back.